Hey, what's up, family? Hey, today, unlike most of the videos I do, they're educational, uh, financial gain, little humor, whatever. This is a real serious one, but most of my videos are serious. But yo, this one here, I'm gonna title this one, Doing My Very First CBD. Now, anyone that knows me, know anything about me, even the most minor things about me, nor do I use drugs, nor have I ever, and I definitely do not recommend it or condone it for anybody. But I thought these was very mild, and being that we was in a location, we was in Florida, matter of fact, and we came across a store out there, and the lady was telling us how these things work. And then, like I said, I've never in my life used drugs. But I was telling the lady every now and then I get this numbness in my hand. She was like, oh yeah, you should try the CBD. It works very well. So I was like, nah, I don't mess with no drugs. I don't get drunk. I don't get high. I don't do none of that stuff. So yo, parents, all y'all, or anybody out there, trust me, show your family members this video. Share this video. You want to share something that's worthwhile? I'm going to give you blow by blow what exactly happened to me when using this. Now, so like I said, I was just in the store because I said I had a numbness. She recommended the CBD. But I got to also put a disclaimer in and let you guys know, I am a real hard-headed joker. Because when I told her this, she showed me a real mild CBD, let's say 700 milligrams, 800, whatever. And right away, my ignorant butt, I was like, well, how much? How about this one here? This says 2,500 milligrams. You know what I'm saying? So she said, well, this one is like a hemp product. And then she broke them down. She said, well, this one here, if you work a job, you got to get a drug test, whatever. This one is a lighter dose, and this one's a more heavier dose, but these will actually show up in your system as drugs. Whereas this, she said, this will not show up in your system, but this is a lighter dose. But, still be cautious. So I said, yeah, give me that, 2,500 milligrams. I can handle it. It ain't going to hurt me, right? She's like, nah, you'll be fine. And then she asked if I ever used drugs and all that. I said, nah, never. I don't drink or nothing. And, still gave me that real peculiar look like, really? You 49, you never use drugs. Nah. People find that so hard to believe when I tell them, no, I don't drink. I don't do drugs. I've gotten in arguments with cats where they go, he talking about he never used drugs, he used alcohol. No, I have not, nor have I ever. And nor will I recommend it for anyone. But everybody got their own desires of what they want to do. I don't pay your bills. So you do what's good for you. I wouldn't recommend it. But anyway, let's get on to me. So anyway, my hard head butt went with the 2,500. She said they're pretty good, blah, 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 this and that. It might make you feel a little fatigued at first since you never did this. And then right away, I went to the other case that had these in them. These are actually drugs. It's cannabis. CBDs. Now, what is CBDs? The average person out there, I'm sure, don't even know what CBDs is. They just go, oh, marijuana. But CBDs is just abbreviation for that big, long word that's called cannabidiol. I got it written right here because most people can't pronounce it. It's cannabidiol. Cannabidiol. That's what CBD is abbreviated for because most people can't even say it. Now, this right here, this knocked me on my ass, put me in the hospital. This is called a THC, and this is 500 milligrams. Now, like I said, I have never did drugs in my life, and I thought, oh man, it's raspberry, it smells good, it tastes good. And the lady had already told me and my wife in the store, she said, if you take this, since you never did nothing like this before, I recommend you only take half of it. But what did my dumb butt do? We were supposed to fly back the next day from Florida back to Jersey. And I had already told my wife, I said, you know what, babe? I'm going to go to the FedEx Kinko store and I'm going to ship this back home. And my wife was like, well, why are you doing that? I said, because I don't trust TSA. TSA, these clowns, they would do something like and say, oh, you can't ship that. This you can't put, and then they be like, hey, yo, Jay, yo, Mike, we got some CBDs. I told this dude he can't ship. That's how I be thinking, because I know how TSA is. Matter of fact, that's another one of my videos. Go check it out. It's called just that. Under my channel, Spinks for Integrity, and then type in TSA. It'll come up. Because I explain how they say you can't take this and can't take that on your trip, but they'll keep it, and then they resell it and keep it for themselves. I know this personally because my wife knew somebody that worked in TSA and he gave a whole box of stuff. So I'm speaking on facts. I ain't making this up. But anyway, back to my story. She said, take only half of this one. She said, this one you'll be fine. But if you do choose to take the THC, now what does THC stand for? I had to write it down again because this is such a word most people can't even pronounce. It stands for tetrahydrocannabinol. Could you pronounce that? Tetrahydrocannabinol. So the abbreviation word is THC. So let's get on with the story, what happened to me. So anyway, I got to put this in there as well. We had already purged our bodies 2 weeks prior because, every now and then we purge and then we don't eat no meat for a week. Sometimes we go longer. The longest I ever went was 3 months. But anyway, we had no meat in our system. All that day, all I ate was a bagel in the morning and I had a banana and I've been drinking water all day. So think about it. My body is absolutely purified and got nothing in it, nor have it ever had any drugs or alcohol in it. Now I got a purification in my body because I'm doing no meat and I ain't even eat nothing. You know what I'm saying? All I've been eating is fruits and vegetables. So anyway, we shipped it FedEx, but just before we shipped it, I had popped this open. And I remember I said, oh, babe, this stuff smells good. This stuff smells good. Look at that. Right? So right away, I took one out and I was like, damn. And my wife said, babe, wait a minute. The lady said only take half. I was like, well, ain't no big deal. Damn, it's not good. It's good. I said, yo, babe, so when we leave here, we're going to go get something to eat. What you want to eat? So she's like, yo, let's go to Red Lobster's, right? So I just downed the doggone gummy, thinking nothing about it. We went to Red Lobster's. We ordered our food, finished our food. Now we just sitting there talking. As we talking, remember this, after we left FedEx, got our food, it's about an hour and a half. It's about an hour and a half to 2 hours later since I took that. All of a sudden, I remember I said to my wife, I said, whoa. I said, hey, babe, wow, I think I'm hot. And I remember my wife, exact words. You remember what you said to me?
Yeah, exactly. Because you never take drugs. So my question to you is how do you know you're high?
Exactly. That's just what she said. She said, how do people know if they're high?
That was foolish for me to even...
And this is exactly what I said to my wife. Yeah. I said, babe, you're right. I never take no drugs, but I know I'm high. And she's like, but how? I said, know how I know I'm high? I'm Jimi Hendrix high. I'm Rick James high. And she said, that's stupid. What do you mean by that? I said, babe, I'm telling you, I could hear every word you're saying amplified. And I didn't know at the time my voice started slowing down. I said, everything you're saying is amplified. I honestly could hear the people in back of me talking. The ladies walking by. Oh, I could hear their every footstep. It is as if everything has been amplified.
You were also sweating like crazy.
Yeah, I started sweating. I was like, oh, babe, this is crazy. It's like too much coming at me at once. Oh, man. And I was like, yo, this is crazy. And I remember I went to lay down. I hit my head on the wall, and I was like, oh. I was like, babe, I'm telling you, I'm not feeling good. I'm not feeling good. And my wife thought I was playing because I love being a clown at times. Mm-hmm. And I said, babe, I'm not playing. I'm dead serious. I'm not feeling good. I'm not feeling good. She's like, but babe, I told you don't take that THC. She said only take half. I was like, babe, no. But please go tell him to call the hospital.
You need an ambulance.
And my wife was like, yeah, but if I call the hospital, she's like, but babe, what I'm going to tell him that maybe you ate something bad. And at that point, I felt like I was going through cardiac arrest. At that point, I honestly collapsed on the seat. And I tried to get back up. When I tried to get back up, I really couldn't move or function my body.
Your body was heavy, right?
Yeah, I went to move I was like on my knees in the stool. And I went to move my hand. I was like, man, please call the ambulance.
It was scary.
Man, but I can't even. Please. And she's like, I'm going to tell you you ate something. And then I said, hey, please don't lie. Tell them the truth. And I collapsed. When I finally came back to, I told my wife, I said, babe, please get me
Some ice
some
and water.
ice, water, please, ice water. Now here's the crazy thing about this. Although I was high as a kite, I remember everything that happened. But I couldn't control my body because why? I was totally intoxicated. Now, if you look up the word intoxicated, as always, I love to give y'all a word of the day. Although this is a very serious video, I'll still give y'all a word of the day. We've heard of that word intoxicated. Intoxicated normally means when someone is drunk or heavily influenced by drugs. And I thought this was a joke. Oh, it's a gummy. It's candy. It's sweet. It tastes good.
Well, you
it's
took
a
it very
THC.
lightly. You took it very
I took
lightly.
it very lightly. So like I said, remember I told y'all what THC stands for? Tetrahydrocannabinol. I took it as a joke, as my wife said. I took it very lightly. So finally, she gets me the water, right? And I told her, babe, because my speech was slurred. I couldn't really talk. So I said, hey, but
just pour it
to go
over me.
water on my body, on my head, please. And I collapsed again. So what did my wife do? She took the water and she was sprinkling on my face, sprinkling. And I knew my body temperature was so high. I was so hot. My heart felt like it was coming out of my damn chest. And I said, babe, stop fucking around and pour the whole bottle on me, please. And then finally, she took the water and just poured the whole ice water all on me. And all the ice down my chest. And I was holding the ice on my chest. And I was like, go. I started feeling a little bit better. Because that ice water was bringing my temperature back down. You know, this is books you read and movies you see. You got to get that temperature back right. And my temperature was way out of whack. I was so intoxicated from a freaking piece of candy. So I thought. THC, tetrahydrocannabinol. I didn't take these damn things serious. And that's what I'm telling any and everyone out there. Take it serious. You know, who you hanging around with? What party you at? You thinking, oh, there ain't nothing but a CBD. I could take the CBD. Man, my man make them in the brownies or the candies or the potato chips, this and that. They put them in Doritos now. You can actually buy a bag of Doritos with THC in them. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't take them serious. Next thing you know, I had to get another. She got like 4 different cups of ice water. And each one, she poured them down my back. Poured them down my shirt. I held the ice on my shirt. I was soaking wet. Meanwhile, the staff was all around me like, oh my gosh, is he okay? And I was like, I don't know what I was saying because it's the fact of the matter, I couldn't control my body. I was talking, but I wasn't making sense. I was telling everybody, I know what I'm doing. I'm gonna be fine in a minute. I'm fighting this stuff. I'm fighting it. I'm telling you, it's kicking my butt, but I'm fighting it. Please give me some more ice water. I'm fighting this shit. I'm fighting this stuff. I never said this. I never thought this would be like this. I'm fighting it though. I'm fighting it. And so they called the ambulance and all that. And I collapsed again. And then all of a sudden, just like that, I was back. It was as if it just wore off just like that. And I got up, I said, whew. I said, babe, I'm fine. It wasn't over. I thought I was fine. But for the moment, I was fine. I said, babe, I'm fine. Damn, the shit just ran through my system that quick. I'm good. I'm good. That junk can't kick my butt. I'm good. And then my wife was like, babe, you sure? And I was like, look at me. I'm telling you, I feel good. And I said, yo, did they call the ambulance already? She's like, yeah, baby, they went. So I went in the back of the kitchen where they was cooking food, and I spoke to the lady that was dealing with us. I said, man, did they call the ambulance already? She said, yeah. She said, oh my gosh, what is you doing up? I said, nah, trust me, I'm fine. I said, that was just a moment thing. I'm sorry if I embarrassed anybody here, but I'm fine. She said, you sure? Because they called the ambulance already. She said, my boss is outside waiting for him now. I jetted to the front. I was feeling like $100, $1 million. I jetted to the front, went outside. Sure enough, the lady was out there. She's like, oh my gosh, She said, sir, you need to sit down. I said, no, I'm fine. I'm good. It just ran through my system, and that's good. I'm good, man. I'm real good to go. I said, but cancel that ambulance. Cancel it. I said, because I know how the ambulance is. Them jokers will charge you hundreds of dollars just for a ride from where you at to the daggone hospital 2-3 blocks away. This how they, I said, I'm not getting caught up in that. She said, nah, but sir, you sure? You seem like you real amped up. I said, yeah, I am, but I'm good. Next you know, my wife comes in back of me, and she said, babe, I think you still should go. I said, nah, I'm good. I said, look, man. I said, look, I can do jump up. What you want me to do? Want me to run down the street? What you want me to do? I can run down the street. What you want to do? To push ups? I said, look, I'm good. I'm fine. I said, I'm good. Next thing you know, ambulance and seen them coming and the fire truck. I never quite understood that. When someone calls for emergency, why you send the fire trucks too? I didn't never get that, but I'm sure somebody explained it to me. Please drop the comments in the comment section. Tell me why they do that. So anyway, they pulled in the parking lot. Next thing you know, the paramedics got up and they talking to me, and I'm telling them I'm fine, I'm good to go. They gave a flag to the fire department. The fire department immediately dispersed. They left, right? So now I'm talking to the paramedics. It's two brothers. So now they say, hey, man, you fine? You sure you don't need us? I said, nah, man, I'm good, man. Look at me, man. I guess it needs to run through my system, but I guess it hit me so hard because I never done drugs before. I never did alcohol. I had nothing in my system like that. He said, yeah, that probably, he said, and then you tell me you did it on an empty stomach? He said, that's it, man. He said, but hey, you want us to stay with you for a little while and make sure you're good? I was like, nah, man, I'm good. But to be honest, you see how lying don't work? When he said that, at that very moment, he said, you sure you don't want to stay? I felt a woo, it was coming back. See, I thought I was fine, and it was coming back. Next thing you know, I was like, in my head, I said, man, I hope they hurry up and leave, man, because me and my wife got to go catch a plane. Our plane, it was like 2:30. Our plane is leaving at 7:30. I said, man, we got to go get back to the hotel, get our stuff, and I got to get over to the airport.
Well, we have to return the car.
I got to return the car. All that was on my mind. I said, man, I ain't trying to pay this extra money. But meanwhile, I'm like, ooh. And I said, nah, I'm fine, man. I'm good. So they said, okay, man, you sure? So they left. Soon as they left, I went and stood by the car, and I told the guy, I said, I'm not going to drive, man. I'm just going to relax here for a while under the shade. Soon as I got over by the car, I was like, babe. I said, babe, please. Now, I'm telling y'all, I'm able to recite word for word, act by act, because as crazy as this CBD did me, physically and mentally, you remember everything. This was crazy. And while I was going through this, I kept saying, I gotta get my shit together. Gotta get my shit together. So now I was leaning up against the car, and then I said to my wife, I said, babe, please, go back in there. My speech started messing up again. I said, babe, please, go back and give me another ice water, please. My temperature seems to be rising again. So she ran back in there and got me some ice water. Did the same thing, poured it all down my chest, and I was holding all the ice, a big bucket of ice right here. Then she poured a whole bunch down my back. And I was just standing leaning on the car, embarrassed as hell, because as I'm leaning on the car, feeling at my weakest, I'm looking at cars riding by and they staring at me. And I'm just embarrassed. And I'm just trying to get my shit together.
It was scary, babe.
And I know I'm scaring my wife.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden my wife said, but babe, that lady told you don't take the whole thing, and why you do that? Come on, babe. And I didn't realize I was scaring her. And when she said that, I felt like a little baby. That's when I said, babe, I know I did wrong. I know I did wrong with taking the whole thing. I'm sorry. But please, babe, don't put me down. Please don't put me down, babe. Make me feel bad already.
Yeah, you almost had me crying. That's
babe,
crazy.
Don't do that. Don't put me down like that. I need your support with me. Don't do that. Please don't do that. And I see that bother my wife so much. And I'm not acting here. This is not a fucking act. Them was real tears, because I'm telling you, this shit bring me back, man. That shit bring me back when that shit happened. That shit really fucked me up, where I was like, yo, I thought I could beat that shit.
babe. It's okay.
But anyway, so now I told her, babe, I asked her 3 more times, go in that store, go in that back in that restaurant and give me some more ice water. And I was drenching myself with it just to try to get my shit together. And then eventually, the manager came back outside and I tell her to call the ambulance back. I'm sorry, I'm wasting y'all time, but I need the ambulance. I need the hospital. My wife was like, you sure? I said, damn it. Give me the hospital. I'm so good. So finally, the ambulance came. I'm telling you, see how this shit kicked my ass? Look at this shit. This CBD 1800 milligrams. I never even tried this one. This one here, 2,500 milligrams, but this is a hemp one. I'm sorry. Where we at? Right there. This 25 milligrams. But the difference is, this is just a hemp product right here. I took this and I was fine. I took 2 of these like a dummy. But these is actually marijuana. This is THC. This is the one that put me on my ass and put me in the hospital. This one I didn't even try yet. But see, this one's 500 milligrams. This one's 1,800. So anyway, ambulance get there. Now it's a whole different crew. A whole different paramedics crew. There's a bunch of white boys. A whole different fire department. All white cats. The first time he was black. You know, that's cool. You can see that thing. Everybody working and helping out the community. But anyway, so now they sit me on the edge of the fire truck. And they ask me all these questions. And see what drugs do to a person that drives you so intoxicated, you can't even control yourself. You all over the place, verbally, physically, and everything. They was asking me questions. They said, sir, what's your name? I was like, what's my name? Why you even asking me my name? Then another guy was like, sir, we need to ask these simple questions just to make sure that you're coherent. I was like, coherent? Of course I'm coherent. Don't I look like I'm coherent? I said, shit, man, I get up and do the moonwalk. Woo, look at me, man. Look at me. Man, we gonna ask some stupid stuff like that. What's my name? Come on, man. This is exactly how I was acting. Like I said, as crazy as this sound, I remember everything. Let me tell you something. This shit had me so high. Now, I'm not condoning. I'm going to keep saying that. I'm not condoning drugs, nor have I ever, nor will I ever will. However, it did take me to a place, astral plane, an out-of-body experience. It took me to a place where I kind of say, now this is going to sound crazy to y'all. I kind of said to myself, I understand musician geniuses like Rick James, Jimi Hendrix, what's Nirvana? Remember the Nirvana guy? But then he wound up killing himself. Some of these jokers were just so freaking talented that it made people go, man, they freaking geniuses. How? How do they come up with some of the stuff? Them jokers are always high. Their highness took them to a whole nother plane. And I felt it. Know how I know? Because when they finally got me in the ambulance, I was rapping my ass off like I was a freaking rap star. I ain't never been no rapper. But I was rapping this was my birthright. But anyway, back to the ambulance. Now they asked me all these questions. Now the superior officer came up. He said, sir, first of all, we need you to calm down. Do you understand? I said, calm down. Man, who you, man? First of all, where the brothers at that was here? Who you guys? You guys come here, man. And the other guy said, hey, sir, could you give us your address? I said, my address? What you need my address for? We down here chilling, man. What you need my address for? And then the other guy was like, sir, we need an address like we asked you before. Yo, I see what y'all doing. See? Y'all trying to ask me a whole bunch of questions at the same time. Y'all jumping me. That's what y'all doing. I ain't falling for it. This is how I was acting. Then the superior guy, he said, sir, could you please just give us your address? I said, my address? Now, I'm just going to make up an address. I ain't going to give y'all my actual address on this damn internet. I'm going to make up an address, right? Let's say my address is, let's make it simple. Let's say my address is 1234 Alphabet Street, right? That's my address. That's what we're going to go with. 1234 Alphabet Street in Bronx, New York, right? That's what we're going to say. I'm going to make up that. That's going to be my address. Stay with that, right? So now he said, what's your address, right? Remember, my address is 1234 Alphabet Street in the Bronx, right? So I said my address to the superior. He's right in front of me. I said, you need my address? He said, why you gotta ask my address? You think I don't know my address? I know my address. You know your address? Well, you gonna ask me, what's your address? And he's like, sir, we just need you to ask some simple questions. Could you please tell us, what's your name? I said, my name. I said, my name. Y'all tripping. Then the other guy said, could you please just give us your address? I said, my address. I said, yeah, I know my address. Yeah, my address is Wait, hold on a second. Now, my address is 459 Trade Street. Wait, see, y'all thought I was gonna mess up. Y'all thought I was gonna mess up, didn't y'all? That's my old address. That's my old address. We don't live there no more. You know what I'm saying? We don't even live there no more. That's what it is. I almost gave y'all that. It wouldn't have done y'all know. It would have done y'all know. It wouldn't have helped y'all. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't have helped y'all. I was giving y'all old address. I don't even live there no more. You know what I'm saying? We moved from there a while ago. We don't even live there. I don't even know who lived in that place. And he's like, sir, could you give us your address? Now, the point I'm making with this is, it took me over 5 minutes to give them a simple address of 1234 Alphabet Street in the Bronx. I kept going back and forth with them, back and forth. And they kept asking me, sir, could you give me your address? Could you give me your address? Sir, do you even know your address? I was like, of course I know my address. My address is one. When I finally got it together, I was like, I gotta get my shit together. Yo, man. Where the other paramedics at? Where the brothers at? Where they at? All right, y'all want my address? Sir, could you give us the address? I was like, my address. All right, my address. You want my address, right? Yo, what you just asked me? What? Huh? Yo, why you over here still asking me? Yo, this dude not on my side right here. I'm telling you, this dude right here. I'm talking to you. Yo, what you ask me again? He's like, yo, your address, sir. She needs your address. I said, okay, my address. All right, y'all think I don't know my address? 1, 2, 3. Now, hold on, let me get this right. Y'all, get my shit together, man. I gotta get my shit together. Hold on. I gotta get my shit together. All right. 1, let's try this again. Y'all ready? Yo, watch this. Watch, I'm gonna knock this shit out like it ain't nothing. I'm gonna knock this shit out of the park. Watch this shit. Watch, I'm gonna say my address so quick, y'all better not blink. Watch this shit. Here we go. 1. All right, I'm gonna get it. Just give me time. Give me time. I'm gonna get this right, y'all. I know my address. Y'all think y'all just trying to mess with me. I know my address. Why y'all didn't ask me that? Yo, this went on for over 5 minutes. Before you know it, I was being loaded into the ambulance, strapped down. But I could still lean up a little bit. While I was in the ambulance, I was rapping like I said. Like it was my birthright. Now, I'm not saying I'm no great rapper, nothing like that. But I even remember some of the rhymes I was saying. I remember I was saying something to the degree I kept mentioning to them, I'm 49. I'm one of the hottest jokers y'all ain't never heard. You better not take time not to switch your mind, to think of one of these young cats that always trying to rewind other people's lines, just to get on. You know what I'm saying? Then I ran it more. I was like, because remember, like I said, I could lean up a little bit. And while they was driving, I was like, yeah, man, y'all got me in the back of this wet thing feeling like a paddy wagon. Oh, shit. I could see out the window. Y'all done drove around this block more than 2 times and shit. And look at this motherfucker right next to me writing on his pad. He got to be sitting here saying, this got to be the craziest motherfucker in the truck we ever had. Man, I ain't saying it's the best rhymes in the world, but I remember this shit. You know what I'm saying? I was out of my freaking mind. Remember, let's go with this again. This is 1800. These are drugs. This is a hint. This is what knocked me on my damn ass. So I would encourage anybody, let your kids watch this. Yes, have a parental guidance when you're watching together. Because I'm telling you, this stuff had me out of my freaking mind. So I went from being a limp noodle to now I just can't shut the heck up and just amped up. And the whole time I was thinking, oh, we're going to be in the airport. I'm going to be on a plane. I'm going to see that. You think they would have let me on the airport acting a freaking fool? I would have probably been the reason that it would have been an emergency landing. That's how much out of my mind I was like bugging, way out there, off of THC. Remember what THC stands for. I'm going to keep saying it because I know most of us can't pronounce it. I can't pronounce it myself. I got to look at it. It stands for tetrahydrocannabinol. And remember, CBD, most of us know that just stands for cannabis, marijuana. But the actual name is cannabidiol. So back to my story. So now we get at the airport. Now we get at the hospital. They rolling me in. I'm still rapping. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They got me up in this place. This don't even look like a hospital. Man, this looks like a big-ass doctor's office. And look at all these jokers around here. You know what I'm saying? Y'all need to put y'all shit together and get everything in gear. Because I'm about the baddest 49 motherfucker y'all ever seen. I just dropped down on the scene. Now y'all better get everything in this hospital motherfucking clean. I was just off the top. I'm not saying I'm one of the baddest rappers because I'm not. But that shit took me to Nirvana, Jimi Hendrix, Nirvana, Jimi Hendrix, and Rick James status. That's what I'm gonna title them. Nirvana, Jimi Hendrix, and Rick James. That's how high it had me. So like I said, I know it sounds crazy, but it makes me understand why some musicians are geniuses. Some of the stuff they come up with, you go, how did they come up with that? They was high. And we laughed and we joked about it. We go, yo, that joke was always high when he was doing music. Yeah, that's why. That's why Tupac was always high, probably. Always talking about smoking weed and herb and Sherman and drinking this and that. Took him to another plane, astral plane out of his body. So anyway, so now, man, I want to apologize if any of the staff see this that was in the hospital. Because I remember when they had me sitting in the hallway, I was still rhyming. I was still just going on, still going. And I remember that the one lady that was sitting in front, on the far front of me on the left. I said, ooh, look at old girl over there with the long curly hair. Don't make me do it. Don't make me do it. Don't make me do it. I'm about to go in on you. I'm about to go in on you. And then, because she was laughing while I was in there acting a fool. And that's why I seen her. That's why I said that. I just know I did conduct myself to the point where don't be disrespectful. And then all of a sudden it was a sister. Because that looked like a Spanish lady, if not Italian. Then it was a sister. She came over. She said, look, sir, I need to take your blood pressure. And I was like, sister. I said, yo, make sure they take care of me, sister. Make sure they take care of me. And then it was a Spanish dude on the side. He had his sign, face mask to Ecuador. And I was like, yo, what's up, my man? Listen, my man. Yo, you Spanish, right? You Spanish, right? He's like, yeah. He's like, sir, we just need you to calm down so she can take your blood pressure. I said, I understand that, but yo, my man, you Spanish, right? I was like, yo, my wife's Spanish. I said, yo, look, my man. Yo, we in the same boat, man. You need to take care. Make sure they take care of me, man. Make sure they take care of me, man. You Spanish, right? He's like, sir, could we just move on with this here? I said,
so wait a minute. So that's why when I got into the hospital emergency, everybody was just staring at me.
Yeah,
oh
I made a fool of you. And I apologize.
Oh,
and then the dude, he said, sir, could you just keep calm so she can take your blood pressure? You know, we don't want it to look higher than what it is, even though it's more than likely high. I said, I get that. But yo, my man, would you act like you ain't Spanish? Yo, I can see this stuff on your thing. It says Ecuador, you Spanish, or you just wearing that. I said, because you look Spanish to me, my man. He's like, yo, yeah. I'm Spanish. I said, okay then. Yo, man, act like it, man. Don't act like you ain't Spanish. And I'm seeing roll his eyes. Like, what do you mean, act like it? I said, yo, all I'm saying is, bro, we both people of color. Make sure they take care of me, man. Make sure they take care of me up here, man. I ain't playing, man. Make sure they take. He's like, yeah. And then now the sister, little short lady, she started taking my blood pressure. I said, yo, sister, I don't know why this guy acting like he's not Spanish. We all supposed to be on the same team. You get what I'm saying? This guy up here acting like he's not Spanish. But you a sister, right? You my sister. Listen, I know I'm in good hands now, right? I know I'm in good hands. You got me, right? She said, yes, sir. Could you just calm down so we can... And I said, yeah, I'm going to calm down. But look, I said, sister, make sure they take care of me. And then all of a sudden, they started rolling me into the room. As they was rolling me into the room, I started yelling at the sister because they started shutting the door. I said, nah, get her back here. I said, sister, come here. I need you. I need you, Bonnie, because I don't trust none of them. I need you, sister. Please, I'm sorry, sister, if you watching this. I said, I need you. You got to be by my side. I said, matter of fact, because I was like this. I was looking over my shoulder. I said, matter of fact, y'all need to film this. Y'all need to film it. Because all them kids and everybody else out there need to see this. I'm not faking none of this. I ain't making this shit up. I just know what I'm doing, but I know I'm out of control. I'm not in control of what I'm saying and doing. It's these drugs. These drugs got me crazy. I'll give anybody permission. Y'all can hear this. Film it. Ain't nobody got no camera. What? Nobody got no camera? Well, doggone it. Everybody got a daggone phone. Pull your phones out. I don't care. Film it. And then I remember I yelled out. I said, and I remember I was in the hallway, I said, yeah. I said, for any of y'all haven't watched none of my videos, go to Spinks for Integrity. Watch all my videos. You'll see I got some good stuff out there, positive stuff. But people love watching negative stuff. Watch my shit. It's called Spinks for Integrity. Subscribe, share, like, and comment. So anyway, so now they was ushering the little short lady out of the room. And I yelled, I said, nah, bring her back. She's supposed to be with me. She's supposed to be with... Where my wife at? Where my wife at? All this time I'm going through all this stuff. Y'all ain't even showed me my wife. Where the heck is my wife? Y'all trying to keep it from me. Yo, y'all trying to keep it from me. What's going on? What's really going on? Because I'm telling you, I ain't seen it yet. And I know I've been here for a while. And y'all ain't seen it yet, man. What y'all hiding from me, man? Sister, where you at? Where you at? Where's she at? bring her back. I need her here. I need my wife here too. I need. And then all of a sudden, I seen her pull out a needle, and I was like, yo, what the hell is that? Yo, I ain't playing that. Don't be giving me no needles. I ain't playing that needle stuff. Get out of here. And next thing you know, a whole bunch of jokers held me down. And they shot me out. And they was telling me, they said, sir, we just giving you some big old names. And he said, one is to calm you down. We're not giving you nothing that you don't want. By the way, have you had his vaccine? And I heard that. I said, look, yo, man, y'all better get up off me. And that's when they all held me down. It was like 4 on this side and 4 on this side. And then she said, and the second one, unfortunately, we have to put you to sleep. One is to calm you down. The other is to put you to sleep. And at that point, like I said, for that sister nurse, I probably embarrassed the mess out of her because I could see the look on her face like she didn't want to let me down, but she here to do her job because I kept yelling for her. And then as I started getting drowsy, all of a sudden, my wife walked through the door. What a peaceful sight.
That's your best medicine.
When she walked through that door, I was like, there she go. And I felt good. I felt liberated. All the intoxication that was in me, I felt like can't nothing beat me. I got my wife with me. She's here. And I was like, babe, where you been at? Where you been at? And I know I fell asleep. It was something like, I'm going to say 4, 6 hours later, they woke me up. And they told me, hey, all right, Mr. Smith, you should be good now. We got to get you walking so you can get you up out of here. And I knew mentally I was not right. So I was like, these jokers trying to get rid of me? But I wasn't acting crazy. I just knew I wasn't strong enough yet. And he said, well, let's try. And I already told myself, when I get up, I'm going to purposely be weak because I'm not ready. I knew mentally I wasn't ready. But even when I tried to walk, my legs and stuff was still weak. So I wasn't faking. So then he said, all right, well, let's give you a little bit more time. Lay me back in the bed. When he laid me back in the bed, it was like 2 hours later, he came back. He said, all right, Mr. Smith, you should be good now. And now I said, oh my God, mentally, I said, sir, I don't think I'm ready. But when I got up, I was ready. When I was walking, I said, oh man, I am good. Went to the bathroom, took my time, washed my face and all that. Came back. My wife helped me get dressed. We went out in the room and I said, oh man, babe, we're going to owe so much money. I said, man, we missed the rental. Now I got to pay double. We missed our flight. I don't get that money back. I got to redirect another flight. So to get to the end of the story, we booked another flight. I had to pay extra rental, this and that. We got back to Jersey, got home. And of course, my wife, because I'm such a clown. My wife was clowning on me. She was like, yeah, I had to take care of this crackhead. She called me crackhead. I was like, babe, I'm telling you, that junk really had me messed up. And you know what's crazy, y'all? Even when I got home, I took a nice shower, got immediate rest. And then when the next day, of course I felt a whole lot better, but I'm gonna be honest with you, I still didn't feel 100%. It's as if I felt 97% good. But that little 3%, I knew something wasn't right. Maybe it was just a mental thing, because I know I took drugs and I don't take drugs, nor have I ever, and nor would I recommend anyone out there. Maybe that's what it was. It's almost like you know how I felt? I did something where the lady said take half, and I shouldn't have, because I'm hard-headed. You know what that was like? That was like the kid that can't swim that goes jump in the deep end because his friends are there. What are you doing? What made you jump in the deep end? You can't even swim. Or it's like that boxer, right? That boxer that he put in a little bit of training, right? And he think he's ready for the big fight. And he keep mouthing off that he want the big fight. Yeah, come on, I'm ready, right? But his trainer that's been with him for a while said, yo, you're not ready yet. And now you want to argue with your trainer. That's what it was like, if that make any sense to y'all. Maybe the swimming thing make more sense, because why the hell would you jump in the deep end? That's what I did. I jumped in the deep end. What would we call this? We're going to call this Nirvana. I jumped into Nirvana status. Remember Nirvana? Remember, he put a shotgun to his mouth and blew himself away. But drugs and all that. So, yo, I hope y'all learned something from this video. Ain't nothing about it was fake, orchestrated, or nothing. I did this off the top. I think it's so bizarre how when you're on a drug like this, how you actually remember everything, but you're not in control of your body and your mouth just being all over the place. But I actually remember anything. So if I say anything in closing that would be helpful to y'all is that Know what you're taking. You shouldn't be taking no drugs whatsoever. Like they say, just say no. You shouldn't be taking no drugs of no magnitude. But a lot of y'all gonna do it anyway. So if you are, know who you with. Know who you could trust. Don't just say, oh, my friend doing these brownies, they got cannabis in them. Hey, how well do you trust your friend? How well do you know your friend or family member? Because if you didn't see them make it, you shouldn't be taking it. Here we are rhyming again. If you didn't see them make it, then God doggone it, you shouldn't take it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I was saying in closing. But yo, man, I want y'all to really get this video out there, man, because I'm telling you, this ain't nothing about me. This is the negative, adverse thing that I went through by taking this. This put me on my ass. Look at that. It's called THC. Remember, that stands for tetrahydrocannabinol. No one's going to pronounce that name, so they just say THC. And these are cannabis. They're all cannabis, but these was the potent ones. So we're gonna say this was Nirvana. This put me on my butt. This was Rick James and this Jimi Hendrix over here. You know what I'm saying? But on that note, man, I hope y'all learned a lot. It actually goes back to that old axiom that says a wise man learns from their mistakes. An even wiser man, meaning you out there, learn from another person's mistakes. Don't make the mistake that I made and think that, oh, I could take the THC, I could take the cannabis. Nah, don't take nothing. I mean, if you do, you better know exactly what you're taking and what dosage. Because if anything, I shouldn't be at no damn 2,500 milligrams. I should be at least 700 or less. Or how about zero? How about nothing? But on that note, I'm going to let y'all go. Remember, subscribe, share, like, and comment. I hope I entertained y'all with some real, actual events that happened to me. I'm very anti-drug and anti-alcohol. People think it's crazy that I never did alcohol or drugs. Do you know that when the white fire department came, I forgot to say that. The one guy said, where I said, man, he ain't even on my side. I don't want to talk to him. Because he said to me, he said, sir, how many times have you used drugs? I said, used drugs? I said, what possessed you to even say something so stupid like that? And then I said, man, I ain't never used drugs. He said, so you're telling me you're 49 years old, you never used drugs? I said, hell yeah. It was almost his consciousness came back into my head, acting like, remember the movie Ratatouille when he said, ooh, you think I'm crazy? Ooh, and like this, oh, like this. That's how I was acting. But yeah, I'm going to let y'all go. Subscribe, share, like, and comment. Get this out. Show everybody. Show anybody that you think they're using drugs or whatever the case. This is definitely helping because they see how crazy I got. And this was just by CBD. On that note, subscribe, share, like, and comment.